Well, I'll tell you what was at stake, though. It was my dignity. I knew very early in life, Pops, that all doors were closed to me. So I'd roam the city. I'd see those tall glass buildings rising up everywhere. I'd see the rich people with their nice clothes and their briefcases. Then I'd go back to my part of town where they didn't bother to take up the garbage. And the city dumped 300 tons of rock salt on the only hunk of park we had. Killed every blade of grass and every tree forever. Like rock salt, they dumped it on my soul, Pops. And if I saw a guy with a briefcase, I wanted to kill him. Because the glass buildings mock me. The briefcase shame me. Your part of town spit on me. And what'd you want me to do? Accept that, Pops? I killed a little gray-haired old lady. I would have killed anybody for my dignity. I would have killed you, Professor.
Hi, Marty.
Sorry to disturb you, Professor Howe. I know you're busy, but Dad insisted I get this to you right away. Gotta rush. I'm driving Dad to the airport. He's talking to the 9 old men in the morning.
Oh, that's wonderful. Give him my congratulations, huh?
It's a manuscript. You'll read it, huh? As a favor to Dad?
With all the press of his legal duties, your father has time to write a book?
Oh, not him. A client. He thought maybe you could get it to a publisher or something, huh? He'll call you day after tomorrow.
Marty, what does your father think I am? A clearinghouse for the unpublished efforts of amateur literary talent? I'm a college professor. I've got papers to grade.
He knows that. He said...
If it's a question of getting the material to an agent, I'll give him a list of names and addresses.
It's not that. He just wants to know whether it's good or not, whether there's even an outside chance of getting it published.
Well, an agent can answer that far better than I can.
Agents take time, and we don't have any time. Look, this book, novel, whatever you call it, it was written by Dad's client on death row. Well?
Mm-hmm. Remember this, Jack. The world was here before me. I opened my eyes and I saw a man building rock towers into the sky, making a freeway out of the ocean, cutting tunnels through the clouds, calling out how much the sun weighs, uncovering God's best-kept secrets, splitting the angel's ears with the roar of his machines. Now I say, Jack, I had the right to expect inspiration from somebody. Don't ask me who. Nobody comes along. How about that? Nobody. They come with dirty pictures, but not with generous mind and bold vision. They come with singing slogans, with tranquilizers, but not with the spirit of truth. So there I was, folks, a little child knocking at the hearts of men. Nothing happened, folks, except that Came a cold wind and stripped the tree of blossoms and leaves, and it grew ugly and barren. Listen, Squares, you better look after your trees. Because you need their gentle shade for the whisperings of love, picnics, and the carving of hearts and initials, and lumber for the building of a nobler life for mankind. But you know what you're raising, suckers? A forest of gallows.
He asked for a typewriter to type up a writ. So I gave it to him. And what does he do? He writes the story of his life. And you say it's good, huh?
Well, the book's uneven, but it's the man, the talent, more than the book. I read it as a favor. And now, I don't know. This kind of writing often lands the author in jail. It can only come from rebellion, defiance. We don't see much of that today.
I'm just indulging him.
An habitual criminal, a killer. And somehow nature buried this talent in him. Passion brought it out. This man is a fool made wise by his passion.
Wise, Professor, or crafty?
I don't follow you.
A book smuggled out of prison, a file smuggled in. They're both tools, both potential means of escape.
Under the law, even a condemned killer has a right to fight for his life.
Yes, under the law. The same law that gives me a right to execute him. Checks and balances, Professor, even in the space age. Well, now, having read this book, you want to meet Sullivan. You want to talk to him. Why?
Isn't it permitted?
I mean, what's the point?
Warden, I haven't slept for 36 hours. I've driven close to 100 miles. I'm cutting my classes for this. Isn't that answer enough?
If you'll wait here, I'll have Sullivan brought to you.
Beat it, Warden. I don't want to see you for 19 more days.
I'm Joe Howe. I teach English at Channing. George Mattow's an old buddy of mine. His daughter's in one of my classes. That's how come your book came to my attention. Through Marty, George's girl.
Oh.
I can't tell you how impressed I am with it.
You want to publish it?
Oh, I just explained to you, I'm not a publisher.
You got contacts, huh?
Well, I know a few people in New York, agents. I once wrote a book myself.
You can get it to these people, these agents?
I'll call them.
Is that what you came to tell me?
No, not exactly.
Not exactly. What exactly?
Well, the book, in my own opinion, it's not quite ready for publication.
That's your opinion.
Yes. You see, there are areas obviously hastily done, fuzzy spots and holes, things left out.
Hastily done. I was working against a deadline.
Well, I realize that. There's so much in the book that's beautiful. With a little work, you could even it out.
Well, I don't know what's good and bad. I just wrote it. I'm not a writer.
You are. You are.
I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I see. You're going to help me, huh?
No. I won't write. You'll write. But I'll try to point out where you need to fill in, amplify, fix, and change, and the rest will be up to you.
What do you get out of it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Of course, I'll get satisfaction. I want to help bring this book to the world.
I'm in here and you're out there. I do the work, you get the book.
I'm offering you my time, my loyalty, whatever knowledge I have.
Loyalty, that can be a gimmick word, too, you know.
Yeah, true.
I don't see why you should want to do all that. I mean, come here, work with me. I mean, I just don't have time to fool around. Why do you think I wrote the book?
You confided in the world. Why does anyone confide in anyone? To win sympathy and admiration.
Don't be stupid. I just don't want to die. I tried 4 times to get a reversal. 4 different writs, huh? I shot my last shot. I need this to whip up the people, to make them angry, to stir up controversy about me. To make me quick friends. I don't need 1 friend, Professor. I need 1,000,000 friends. Right now, I could go to the tin room. I couldn't get a dog to howl for me.
George Mado's taking your case to the Supreme Court.
So what? They're taking Rodriguez to a holding cell in 19 days. In 20 days, they're going to drop that little paper bag into the water, plop, and he's going to die. And I'm next. The Supreme Court didn't do anything for him. Don't you understand, Professor? I'm scum. I'm garbage. I'm ashes. The truck's going to come and it's going to haul me away. This book isn't entertainment. It's my last grab. I have no time. It's got to go out now. All right, come on, let's get at it.
Well, suppose I get it duplicated. Start contacting agents, rush it for the earliest possible publication. And meanwhile, you and I work. We fix and change and keep on working until it's ready for the galleys. How about that? Have you got anything better to do? Look, Sullivan, maybe the book won't save your life. I know you've thought of that. Let's just say it's your bargain with the world. If they can't say anything good about you, don't say bad. But recognize that you were here, that you lived, that you were among us, that you were a man.
All right, I'll kill time. Time is killing me. All right, come on now, let's get out of here, boys.
Well, that's the way we feel about it, Mr. Hanson. But it's up to the boy. I will speak to him. But possibly if you could put his mind at ease. Yes, I will speak to him. But I think if you could find the time to come down here. Yes, I will do that. You're very welcome. There must be a plausible explanation. I'm dying to hear it. I don't see any other reason why you should come in here except to explain. Your classes have been leaderless.
No, not leaderless. I arranged for Dr. Craig to take them over.
Mm-hmm. You arranged.
Fred, please, I was up all night.
You look it, too.
I just came to tell you I'm sorry. I've got to get some sleep.
Just one little moment longer, Joe. I mean, friendship or no, I can't just let you toss it off like that.
Well, if I put it into words, you'll misunderstand.
Thank you. Possibly you could communicate with me in the form of a charade. Where were you?
I was at a prison. I was up all night with the manuscript. The author is an habitual criminal. He's on death row awaiting execution for the murder of an elderly woman. Oh, I finished the book and I drove up to the prison and I saw him.
Well, you could have told me. Or better still, you could have waited. This week has a Saturday in it, too, you know.
Well, this is what you won't understand. Not until you read the book. I'd met death, you see. Well, not distant and fuzzy and gentle, which is the way most of us see death, but close and in sharp outline. Oh, I didn't want to speak to anyone or see anyone except him, Sullivan.
You're under a kind of delicious spell you don't want to break? right, Joe. I apologize. So you met this murderer?
Would you have considered yourself privileged to be the first to read the work of Vanzetti?
Oh? You've discovered a genius?
A genius. With nothing to look forward to but death.
The professor's here, Sally.
How are you, Sullivan?
A little bored with my way of life. Where's the book?
I'm having it duplicated. 2 copies. One for the agent, one for me, and the original for you. I've got a man in New York panning for the manuscript. I'm going to send him a note tomorrow explaining that we're working on the rough spots and cleaning up.
You're busy, huh?
Well, the first steps have been taken. Meanwhile, I made some notes. Things that I've been working on since the first reading.
I haven't heard from George, you?
Well, I've got a call into his office. I guess he hasn't come back from Washington yet. Sullivan, concentrate. Now, the first note. The crime itself. The whole book leads up to it, but somehow it's unsatisfying.
Unsatisfying?
Well, it's incomplete. See, the details are there. Robbing the store. The old lady about to scream. Shots and the escape. But what's missing is, how did you feel about it?
How did I feel about it? How did you feel about it reading it?
Repelled. A horrible crime.
Yeah. I can't believe it was me. I see her now. I see her now, a grandmother, gray hair, 65 years of worrying about her kids in a crummy little mama-papa store. I wish she'd stayed in back. But she came out. Next thing, her breast that had suckled maybe a dozen babies, all red with blood. My crime is as repulsive, as senseless to me as it is to you.
That's now. How did you feel at the time?
How long you been a college professor?
Off and on for about 11 years.
You live on the campus, huh?
I'm not as divorced from life as you might think.
How did I feel about it then?
That belongs in the book.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it does. Well, I'll tell you what was at stake then. And it wasn't the 95 bucks in the till. It was my dignity.
Your dignity?
At the time, I felt nothing. No pity, no remorse, no nothing. I knew very early in life, Pops, that all doors were closed to me. So I'd roam the city. I'd see those tall glass buildings rising up everywhere. I'd see the rich people with their nice clothes and their briefcases. Then I'd go back to my part of town where they didn't bother to take up the garbage. And the city dumped 300 tons of rock salt on the only hunk of park we had. Rock salt? Like the snow, huh? Killed every blade of grass and every tree forever. Like rock salt, they dumped it on my soul, Pops. And if I saw a guy with a briefcase, I wanted to kill him. Because the glass buildings mock me. The briefcase shame me. Your part of town spit on me. On a bitter cold day, I ducked into a hotel lobby to get out of the cold, to warm up. How'd they know I didn't belong there? They knew. And 3 bellhops came and they shoved me back out into the cold. Now, what'd you want me to do? Accept that, Pops? I killed a little gray-haired old lady. I would have killed anybody for my dignity. I would have killed you, Professor.
You still haven't answered my question. How did you feel?
Feel. How do you think I felt? Felt empty. Put that in the book. You nice people are sitting on a bomb. You never come around the crummy part of town, otherwise you'd see it. It's a deadly compound. Envy, hate, And one day that bomb is going to go off, and your nice children are going to be caught in the blast. But you're too busy looking for the bank that pays the highest dividend. You're too busy tuning up your stereos, drowning out the noises of your own conscience.
Is that the way you see us? That's what we are to you? Put that in the book.
Well, it's like a sneeze.
What?
It's like a sneeze. I know it's coming. I can't do anything about it.
Sullivan, get your mind off the gas. Come on now, we've got work to do. Think of this in the book.
Yes, Professor.
You think it's easy for me, don't you? You're in here and I can just walk out. That makes it a snap for me. Don't you see, I'm fighting for the strength to understand your misery.
To understand it or to resist it. Come on, Professor. Let's get back to the notes, okay?
Okay. Now,
That's all he got to you, huh?
the book got to me. The man, what he did, that's something else.
And that's why you're disturbed? The only reason you're disturbed? The book.
You asked me to read the book. To do something if I could, that's all you asked me to do.
Wrapped in cellophane, like a plastic toothbrush. Antiseptic. Uncontaminated. Germ-free.
I'm doing what I can, but I need more time. What are you doing?
Waiting. I told you that the Supreme Court could take 3 months to reach a decision.
3 months, well, that's something.
Dad, break the rule just this once and venture a guess. How do you think it'll go?
No, I never guess.
Just this once, huh? Come on, we won't hold you to it.
The minority of the court sees the Bill of Rights as a set of rules, strictly enforceable. If the state violates a rule, the conviction cannot stand.
Well, then.
Now, wait a minute. The majority sees due process as embodying mankind's basic concepts of fairness and justice. Flexible, no precise formulas, but the weighing and measuring of the facts in each case.
Well, that's even better,
Is it?
isn't it?
Look, we only know one thing, Joe. The court takes capital cases very seriously. Each man votes his conscience according to the way he sees due process. Just have to wait, that's all.
Wait.
Yes, wait. You're fighting for time. I'm fighting for a man's life.
You okay, Rodriguez? Nothing I can get you?
Hey! They're gonna take me down soon.
How can he work facing death?
I don't know. It's a miracle to me. I suppose a man facing death puts blinders on. How long can you look at the sun?
How's the book coming?
The publisher won't even take an option on it.
That is a blow.
Well, after all, Sully isn't famous. He's just an ordinary garden variety murderer. There's no world outcry, nothing to exploit. And the book, good as it is, needs work. The publisher, a realist, wondered if a condemned man would have time enough to finish it.
How are you going to tell him that? Joe, you're a college professor.
Is that all I am?
How much more do you want to be?
How much more is there?
It must be a painful relationship. And yet, in a way, I envy you the experience.
He's always there in front of me. Eating, sleeping, lecturing, shaving. I think of the book, of him. I try to fight him off. I pity him. I admire him in some ways. I don't know what it is.
I do. It's love.
You shut up. You make more noise than anybody. Put it in there.
All right, come on, break it off. Knock it off. Come on, let's.
Now settle down, Sally.
You've become a temperamental author, huh?
You hear from the agent?
Mm-hmm.
He hates it.
Well, the agent sent me the publisher's letter. He's interested, but he prefers to wait for the rewrite.
What am I doing? Who do I think I am? Why am I kidding myself? Forget it, Professor. Forget it and leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
You know, I wonder by day, and I dream by night. How can I be your friend? I'm no lawyer. I haven't any influence. All I can do is what I'm doing.
It's rotten what you're doing. It's cruel what you're doing. I wrote this, huh? I battered it out. I didn't know which end was up. It didn't matter to me. Then you come along. You teach me what it is to write with skill and craft. That's the way to spend a life. What'd you do to me, you? You put before me a wondrous cheese, and I'll never get more than a nibble.
The Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court, nothing. I killed a little gray-haired old lady.
The Supreme Court isn't interested in that. All they're looking into is...
The technicalities, I know all that. But they're gonna put it to me. You want to bet? Go ahead, name your odds. I won't be here to collect.
Don't try to call the shots. Hope and finish the book.
The book! The book! Shut up with a book. That's all I am to you, is a book. I'm a person.
Sully, I know that.
You do, huh? Careful, Professor. You get too close. Never did figure to get close to me at all, did you? No closer than that book. After all, a book can't breathe. It has no feelings.
The book is you. I want the world to know you.
The world doesn't know I'm alive. Afterwards. You think I care about afterwards?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you're beginning to anyway. All right, now, come on. Let's get back to work. I've got some notes.
Did you hear me, Professor? I heard you. The publisher doesn't like it, right? Right. Well, I don't have time to make it any masterpiece.
Then do it for yourself. With or without hope. Do it for yourself.
Myself. I hate myself. I'd like to tear myself up and start all over again.
Sully, the book is a thing now, with its own life. You gave it life. You let it die, that's murder. You've already committed one senseless killing, isn't that enough? Let it live, Sully. If not for yourself, then for me. I want that book.
Professor.
Professor's a faraway word.
What's closer?
Joe.
Joe? I wish I had met you a long time ago, Joe.
Going down to a holding cell, Rodriguez. Come on now.
Can I take my guitar with me, Warden?
Sure. Kelly, bring his guitar.
Good luck, Rodriguez.
God. God! Get over here! Elmer! Elmer, get over here!
What do you want, Sully?
I ran out of carbon and paper.
All right, I'll tell the warden.
I want that carbon and paper now, right now. You get them for me. You get them for me right now. You hear me?
Look, Sully, the warden's pretty busy just now.
I want that stuff now or I'll expose this place.
You can have him tomorrow, Sully.
My time is valuable, Buster. I want that stuff now, you hear?
All right. I'll see what I can do about it.
I want that stuff now, you hear me?
What's the matter, Sully?
Where were you? You skipped twice. A whole week you blew.
I thought it best to stay away.
Why?
Don't you know why?
No, I don't.
Rodriguez.
What's that got to do with it?
Sully.
Look, I've been here 18 months. I've seen 12 men go, but I work. See, I work. Where were you? You thought you'd let a week go by. You thought it'd take me about a week to forget about Rodriguez and get back to work. Well, I'll never forget about Rodriguez. Are you gonna forget me in a week? 1 week? 1 little week?
I thought I was being sensitive to you, Sully, but I was thinking of myself, I guess.
You got the guts to condemn a man to die?
I didn't condemn him to die.
The people versus Rodriguez. The people versus Sullivan. Who do you think condemned us to die? But you don't have the guts to come around, do you? You handle each stage of life as you come to it. You do the best you can. That is a stage I wasn't counting on. I can't handle it. I haven't got the experience, and neither do you. So. Read this.
What a wasteful society that kills its murderers. Each murderer kills for a cause you know nothing about. You should learn the causes from these men and work to eliminate the causes. For the causes will create more murderers whom you will in turn kill. Fools, profligates, wastrels.
Throwing away good murderers with both hands.
You are a mystery to me.
3 psychiatrists say I'm a schizoid type. Not a schizophrenic, a schizoid type. Some of us can be brilliant. We're loners. We read. I spent days in the library. I never stole a book. I'm a mystery to myself.
Thief, drunk roller, armed robber, killer. Sullivan. Did you ever read the Irish poets?
All of them, all the unquiet spirits. Got a cigarette? Come on over here, pal. I want to show you something. Look at those birds. Will the thousands of those birds gather the day I get it? You bet they will. I know they will. They'll stand there proud and solemn. They'll fold their wings up there on those tiles, and I'll be on the 2nd floor. How'll I tell those lousy birds not to cry? Yeah, it'll be relief.
Marty, is your dad there?
Joe?
When you're miserable, you get drunk. It's the American way.
I'll take you home, Joe.
By a hairline hangs God's gift of life. A hairline. Say something philosophical, Dean Baker, something profound, something that'll make it all seem sensible and right.
I want my cards outside.
The Supreme Court has rendered its decision, Fred. It has come down. The decision. The people have spoken. Wastrels, profligates, throwing away good murderers with both hands. They're going to execute Sully.
I love prison work. I've been in it 30 years. And I love it because I feel I'm helping people. I've helped to change things from pure punishment to partial rehabilitation. I love it. So what happens? Every time there's an execution scheduled, what happens? This happens. A bunch of misguided idealists start stamping up and down the steps of the state capitol, carrying placards screaming about man's inhumanity to man. Let me tell you, Professor, inhumanity didn't originate in that gas chamber.
Perhaps not, but...
Turn them loose, they shout. Turn them loose. On society, your society, Professor, not mine. I have walls to shut me off from what goes on out there. How about you, Professor? You've got walls. You bury the victim, I bury the killer. Laws, Professor. Repeal capital punishment. In India, out in the sticks, they've got what they call a rogue elephant. Every now and then, one of those rogues goes berserk. Now, when that happens, the natives band together and they go after that rogue. And they kill that elephant, Professor. Legal statute, self-preservation.
That's in a jungle 8,000 miles away.
Don't kid yourself, Professor. The jungle is out there, 800 yards out there, where you live. And you think it's different? It's that different. Civilization's just a word, Professor. It makes a very thin overcoat.
It's not a perfect work, you said. It was a fish. It had to be a fowl. Now, it's not a fish and it's not a fowl, but there it is. I might have gotten some use out of it if it was a fish, and it'll never be a fowl, but there it is, and it's nothing. You read it. You liked it. You were so moved with it, you had to meet me. But you wanted perfection. You weren't interested in me. You wanted literature.
Oh, Sully, it wasn't like that.
Then why didn't you take it the way it was? If you were my friend, why didn't you take it? Why didn't you take it and collect money for it and pass it out on the street corners, print it up?
Sully, listen to...
I got a new date, Professor. I'm gonna die in 12 days. What was it you wanted to say?
Just words. Words.
I thought, how can I hurt him? How can I make him feel something? How can I make him understand what it is for a man like me, a man, any man like me? I thought the book, if I destroyed the book, but I can't even do that. Even there, you're protected, insulated against damage. You made copies of the manuscript. Well, why don't you make copies of me, Professor? Go on back to your ivy-covered world. Your lecterns and your panty rays and your faculty teas. Go on. Go on, get out of here and do us both a favor. What do you want, forgiveness? Huh? No hard feelings? Let bygones be bygones, huh? All right, I'll make a bargain with you. In 12 days, I'm gonna get it. It's a legal procedure, must have witnesses. 12 witnesses. I'm entitled to invite 5. I can't think who to invite. I guess. Just one guy. You, Professor. RSVP.
Oh, Sully, don't ask me that.
I'm the one that's going into the tin room. All I'm asking you to do is watch.
No.
You haven't learned a thing, have you, Professor? All right, go on back to your ivy-covered cocoon.
Sully, he's the only friend you ever had.
You! You! I could have died with a memory of parties I've been to, with the women I've known, with the clothes and restaurants. show me what a waste it all was. Oh, God, it has no more meaning than the running around of a small animal. I'm a baby, huh? I'm a baby, Joe. I was born here. I'm a baby. I just don't want to die. I just don't want to die, Joe.
They took him down to the second floor today, to a holding cell. He sent this invitation. I got one, too.
I can't.
I can't either. But I'll be there.
But I can't watch it. I won't.
What are you doing for him?
Doing?
Doing? Yes, doing. Sully's gonna die. What are you doing about it?
You can ask me that? Look, I've lived with this thing full time for 4 years now.
This thing is a man.
A client. I serve the law. The law is my master. Due process, Joe. This may come as a shock to you, but had I been engaged to prosecute Sully's case, I'd have worked just as hard.
You'd have sent him to his death?
The maximum penalty. Whatever the law demands, whatever the law expects.
I don't believe you.
Joe, try to understand.
There has to be more we can do. We just can't suddenly stop.
The hotline is open. The governor can still...
What?
He could. He has the power of commutation. That's the law, too. Never know for sure he won't exercise it.
Just wait. Sit around and wait like Sully's doing? Well, that's not enough. I have to do something.
You? What can you do?
I'll drive to the Capitol. I'll see the governor.
All right. Sure, why not?
I'll get him to see him. He'll see me. I'm a college professor. He'll know I'm just not another wild-eyed crank brandishing a sputtering torch. Maybe he'll listen. Maybe I can even...
Once more, Sully.
All night, I told you. Right up to the time I go. What's the weatherman say, John?
Haven't read the papers. You, Barry?
No.
Rain.
This time of year?
Rain, my wound tells me.
What wound?
A guy stabbed me once. You didn't know that, did you? Some nut. Rain. Want to bet? Rain. The voice of thunder.
I drove all the way to the Capitol. I must have set a new speed record. The governor wouldn't see me. The secretary was very nice. Accorded me all the respect due, a college professor, but the governor, he said, was studying the matter very carefully. And I drove back very slowly. wanted me there. But I just didn't have the guts. I couldn't even get in to see the governor. I couldn't do that much.
You did all you could, Joe.
All I could. You know what I did? He had nothing to live for. Nothing. And I gave him something to live for. To die with nothing to live for is cruel enough. How much worse to die with everything to live for? He came out of the darkness just in time for the final darkness. I'm giving him a Christian burial, but I just didn't have the guts.
Joe, you're consumed with anger, with blind hate at a thing. The law. Well, it's the wrong target. It's like being mad at an automobile that ran over your wife. It isn't the automobile's fault, it's the driver's.
I don't understand.
Well, suppose that night that Sully held up that candy store and killed the old lady, suppose a policeman had caught him in the act. He might have shot and killed Sully, legally, in the line of duty. Now, just grant me, it could have happened that way.
Yes, it could have.
And there'd be no book. There would have been no more Sully, Joe. No residue, no legacy. He would just have died there on the floor of that candy store and the book with him. He wrote this book because he murdered. Because he was tried, convicted, and condemned to death row. There could not have been any other chronology for Sullivan, the author.
What about Sullivan, the man?
Joe, I'm not saying that capital punishment is the answer to anything. I don't pretend to know what the answer is. But I do say that repealing the death penalty is not the remedy for the disease. Crimes are committed by people, not by statutes. Joe, did Sully ever once say that if he had it to live all over again, he wouldn't squeeze that trigger?
No.
No, because he would. Other things being equal, he'd have to. We can't legislate murder out of existence. Sully's right. We have to stop manufacturing the murderers.
Today we were to have discussed Conrad's Lord Jim. Instead, I propose to read to you from an unpublished work. An unfinished work by a young author, now deceased. You may agree with what he has to say. You may disagree. But I guarantee you this, you will never forget it. The only shots Mama and Papa ever took were booze. Tiger Sweat, Rot Gut, King Kong, Yaki Doc, and like that. So there are no photos of me. The fuzz took two, but the light was bad. So anyway, I assume that as a baby, I was as cute as you. 8 pounds, a creature of God, one of the people of his pasture and the sheep of his hands. Tiny little feet that would walk on the wings of the wind or run the way of evil. What happened, Dad?